Hey, I'm Ashley, and this is for Disney Birds. And it is the first week of May, and it's time for Mini Mondays. Um, if you caught my last mini video for April, I kind of updated you on that I decided to change how we do the lineup. Number one, because I need to shorten the number of times I'm filming, just because life is a little bit extra crazy right now with a family member being in the hospital and sickness and all of that, and then just work being crazy. So I want to keep my life balanced so that I don't burn out, so I can continue coming and doing this with you guys. And so I decided to condense down our mini Mondays and our tiny Tuesdays into just mini Mondays. So we have one less binder, but we're still doing three. We're doing our mini binder, our inside out binder, and our Disney Sidekick in today's video. So without further ado, I'm just going to get into it. All right, so we're going to start up with our mini binder. This thing's been around since day one. It will continue being around as far as I can tell. I am bringing $10 extra or more than I used to because of combining. We used to bring 50, we're going to have 60. So we're still going to have our Share the Love 2s. Let me get my buyback bills back here. All right. And then we have 2 5s that we're going to mix in here to spice it up a little bit. So everybody's going to get a little love to start, and everybody's going to have a chance to get those spicy 5s. Let's see what the categories we're working with. We have 6, and you're also going to see, as you may have noticed, an increase in debt category because we are focusing heavily on that. There's not a lot of mini categories that we're saving for right now. This one, in fact, will become debt because we actually finished our month ahead. We do save for eating out. And this one's also going to go towards debt. So debt, 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 debt. So debt, 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 and then eating out. So it's all going towards debt. For now, it's a temporary change. It's just so that we can focus in heavily on that debt payment. We are ready to get out of debt, y'all. Okay, so we're going to share the love with some 2s for everybody here. We're going to get our D4 out. I'm going to scoot it closer so I can see. This dice likes to hide from me. All right, and we're going to start category 1 up here. And we're going to get a hit 3. And we're just going to go through until we run out of bills. And we will count it up and see what we got. Hope y'all's Monday's going well. Listen, I don't want to sugarcoat it. Work has been rough. Rough for the last couple of weeks. It's just part of being in leadership. It's nothing bad as far as the job itself. It's just a part of leadership that's really, it's hard. If you haven't been in a leadership role before, you might not know, but if you have, you know. Managing people and all that comes with it is harder than any other job I've ever done in my life, and I am loving doing it. It brings a lot of meaning to my life. I feel like I'm making an impact where I can, and the rest of it's just it's a huge adjustment. I've been doing it now for over a year in this role. There we go. 3 finishes up. And I love what I do. But that does not mean there aren't weeks when it's just really, really rough. And I've had a few of those in a row. So I hope your Monday is going fantastically. And that's all I'm going to say about mine. Okay. All right, let's kick it off here. We have for our first category of debt 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see which challenge we have in here. Oh yeah, and the other change is that we are definitely doing higher amounts since we're only doing 1 binder. So $6. We can do a 4 right here and a 2. We like to get those big ones out of the way. So they are done sooner. All right, $6. Let's see, what do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do another 5 and a 5, and I have started doing larger buyback numbers so that we're condensing down even further. So $11 so far, and this one comes from Savings with Tracy. I've had it for a long time. I'm enjoying finding some of my ones that I've had in my stash. I am using them. All right, next category of debt 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So another $6. And this little guy is one of mine. I think he was in my April membership on the Ko-fi. If you signed up for the digital membership, you could have access to this little guy. $6. Cute but feral. So we're going to see, what do we have here? Ooh, we could do leave 5. Grab a 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. There we go. 10. So another 10 here. Oh, I almost stole 2. All right. So far for this one, of the 40, this is supposed to save us. We have 10, 15, 16, 17. That will be a nice debt payment. $40. This goes a long way. Okay. Up next, also, which will be debt. It says 2026 right now. We got 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Let's see, what do we have in here? We did not need that much. That's amazing. We just needed 2. So 1 and 2. We'll grab that 2. And then we will put this over in a buffer. See what we can do with that. All right. So let's see. So we have, there's a 10. Let's grab that. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm making sure I'm counting right. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. So we saved for this one, and this one comes from the Mrs. Champion 1, 10, 15, 20, and 25. $25 for debt. We're going to make sure it says debt on the back because we are changing that. And we have our very first completed challenge for May. That's exciting. Okay, we'll refill this one before next week with another debt challenge. Up next is eating out. We have 2. Make sure that, oh, I thought you might be 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow. $16 for eating out. Where is your challenge? You're hiding in there. Ooh, we had another $1 in here because these are all $2. So we only needed 2, 4, 6, 8. We only needed 8. So we're going to have a buffer there. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Let's pull that right here. We're going to put all of this then over in the buffer. Let's see. What am I doing with my life? All right, this is what I'm doing. Okay, so how much did we save? This one comes from the Secret Budgeter. 10, 15, 20, 22, 23, and 24. We always need the eating out fund, no matter what's going on. That one's staying. Another completed challenge, y'all. I did not expect that. So you know we're doing some larger numbers. Okay, eating out is done. I will refill that one, and it will be an eating out challenge. Okay, up next, month ahead, which is also going to be debt. Spoiler alert. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, so this is a $2 challenge. Let's go ahead and steal that extra $1 there just to make it easy on us. So that's 10. So we need to color in 5. So if you'll hang tight with me, I really like coloring in this one well. Make sure I got that right. 5, 10. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward. $10 going in there. We're going to go ahead and grab some buyback 5s here. 5 and 10. And so far, we have a total of 10, 15, and $20. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. And this cute one, so very bougie, comes from Weekly Budgets Co. Loving it. Oh, and we need to change this one before we forget to debt as well. We won't have a month ahead binder for May, so I'm pretty sure I'd catch it, but just wanted to make sure. All right, last up category is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 for debt. And these are $2 each, so we're going to color in 6. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. All right, 12 additional dollars going in there. And do a 5, and another 5. And then let's see what we have back here. Ooh, another 5. Okay, so far we have $5, $10, $15, and $20, and this one comes from Becca Can Budget, filling up the piggy bank. All right, now we need to figure out what we're going to do with this buffer. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, $17. All right, let's see. What did we have here with our little froggy from Savings with Tracy? I feel like we could do some damage here. So for $17, we could do 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, we could get a lot colored in here. So let me color these really quick. Okay, $17 going in. Let's grab some 5s here. Okay, now let's see where we are. We are doing pretty good on this one. This one's saving us a total of 40. And we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So well over halfway there, and made some good progress with that buffer. So we've got 2 to refill, which we will do before next week. And we've got 2 completed challenges for the mini binder the very first week of May. That is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Why am I singing? I don't know. All right, y'all. Putting these in the save to sync. They will be the very first ones going into the lonely little envelope. Hopefully they'll have some friends to join them soon. I'm going to take all this and we're going to reset because now it is time to go to our inside out binder, which comes from Becca Budgets 777, or the setup does anyways. And we are having fun with that. Okay, so in here we have $15 going into the bank. We always play with $15 each week. Set that in there. Every challenge in here is allocated to, you guessed it, debt. And our little butterfly says we are starting with joy this week. So we are going to use a 6-sided dice and just start with joy and run through this binder till we run out of prep. 1, 2. Mr. Anger is getting 1. He's angry about that, I'm sure. Disgust is getting 3. Sadness is getting 1. She's really sad about that as well. Fear is scared, but he got 5, so he had nothing to be scared about. Anxiety is anxious as well, but 4 is a pretty good number. All right, Miss Joy, she's just happy with whatever she gets, and she's getting a 5. All right, back to Mr. Anger. Let's see if we can make him a little bit happier. Nope, just 1. He's really angry about that. And Disgust could not care less. She got 4 when she was supposed to get 5. So Miss Disgust will start us out next week. So we'll move our butterfly there. All right, let's see what we got. So Anger got a total of $1. And he's angry about it. He's not going to lie. You can tell he is not happy. He's got a ways to go. He does. And he thinks it's unfair, and he wants to blow his top about it. But I have to remind him that that's life, and he needs to suck it up, Buttercup. But I don't think that's going to make him happy. He's probably going to be pretty angry at me for saying that, so, you know. Is what it is. All right. Maybe better luck next week. Okay, man? All right. Disgust. She got quite a bit more. She got $1, $2, $3, and $4. $4 total going to Disgust. And this one comes from Build It Big Budgets. Did I say what this one came from? I didn't. This one comes from the Secret Budgeter and her cute little sushis. Build It Big, though, got 4 even. So we're going to leave that halvesies there to be filled in later. Actually, I better not do that. 3, 3.5. I tend to skip over things and we'll be ending up with a weird number. All right. $4 even there. Going to Disgust, and she'll start us out next week. Aw, Sadness only got 1 chance, and she got 50 cents. But you know what? We do get to finish out this one. So that's a nice plus 50 cents from Pink Plum Budgeting. All right, Fear. What are you so scared of? You got 1, 2, 350. You got 350, man. You're doing all right. I don't think we even needed that. We didn't. All right, so here's $1. Here's $2. And here's the rest of this heart for 50 cents. So $2.50. We have a whole dollar hanging out. Figure out who else we're going to help out here in just a minute. So he is all done. We're going to flip him around. He's a total of 6. We're going to put him over to the side. We'll pull from the bank here in just a minute. So he's out of the game until we refill this binder. $2 for Miss Anxiety. See what she needed. Ooh, she only needed 3. Anxiety calls me out. 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is $6. We're going to call this one good. We're going to flip Anxiety and Fear over. We don't need that in our lives. Sorry, guys. You can take a vacation. We'll set that over there. All right. And our last category is Miss Joy. We got $1, $2, $3, and $4. Let's see what we got going in here. These little sets come from Kip and Lou. Oh, and this one comes from Weekly Budget Co's, and this one is Becca Camp Budget. Didn't want to skip over those cuties. All right, but Kip and Lou and her little black cat. I said $4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So these are 50 cents each. So this will be $2. And this would be $3 and $4. Okay. Got a little ways to go on Miss Joy's set. This Kip and Lou Budgeting RT. And we are all done with our Inside Out. So now we only have 4 of the 6 categories. 1, 2, 3. These Fear and Anxiety are taking a break, and then Joy. So, all right. So the last bit of business is we have 2 completed challenges. Each are $6. So we need to pull that from our bank. So we need a 5 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. All right. Very nice. 5 and a 1. $6 going to debt. Completed challenge. And we'll ring that bell. Same thing here from Weekly Budgets Co. $6 towards debt. It doesn't seem like a lot, but add those together and that's a $12 debt payment. All right. We're all done with Inside Out, and we're going to get to add some completed challenges to our Lonely 2 here in the Save to Sync folder. All right, you guys hang out, party. We have one more binder to get to, which is our Disney Sidekick binder. We'll have to see how that goes. Let's get our prop bills out. They're teeny tiny. And let's see, we have $15 going in as we do every other week. $15 going back to the bank. And we have our little butterfly here telling us where to start. Or is it our axolotl? It's our axolotl. It says we're starting on 2. I've got my prop bills and a 6-sided dice. Let's see. We're going to start out with 4 right off the bat. Right? 3. Getting 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're so small, they're even hard to count. 1, 2 for category 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for category 5. 6 is getting 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 is getting 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 is getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way back to number 1, and it is getting 1, 2, 3, 4. And that brings us back to our starting point of 2. And it only needed 2. So that means Axolotl moves to category 3 for next week. Because they got what they needed. What they were owed. Alright, let's kick it off. We got 50 cents. And $1.25 going to category 1. $1.25. So we're going to start out. This one comes from the Budgeting RT. That's Kip and Lou. $1 for him. He is almost done. And then we need 25 cents here for this guy from Hercules. Don't know his name. But we are all done for this category this week. Still got a little ways to go. We're going to be playing that one for a bit. We might have to up the amount. I don't know. Okay. Category 2 is getting 1, 2, 3, 50. 350. All right. So 50 cents for Hey Hey finishes off this. Then we don't have any other ones. So now we are just down to. So that was 50 cents. And now we need 1, 2, 3. Oh, what? Did we just finish this one? 1, 2, and 3. Doll. Did we finish this one? Are these all done? They're all done. Oh, we finished one. Fantastic. Okay. So this set comes from Spooky Budgets. We're going to set it aside and add it up here in a minute. Because I have to do the math. Because there's different amounts. We're going to pick a new one here from the stack. And it looks like we got Weekly Budgets Co. Weekly Budgets. Okay, so we've got some little cuties in here, and they will go in for their very first round next week. Okay, category 3, 50 cents, $1.75. $1.75. Okay, so we have our last dollar here for little baby Dory. Here's $1. And then 75. Do we have any 50 cents? Yes, we do. Let's do one of Jiminy's. There we go. And then we are working on this guy, or these guys, at 25 cents. Okay, there's our 75. So little baby Dory is done. Jiminy's getting close. All right. This one comes from Pansy Budgets, and it's going to be sticking around another week. All right, we got 75 cents for category 4. And it only needed 25 cents. So we have a little buffer. Okay, so this one is going to hang out over here for a second. And we're going to put that 25 cents over here. And this set's from Dramatic Panda. And we are all done. So we will set that one aside and add it up. And then in the meantime, grabbing one. And Budget and Debt is our next set. We got a little Fox and the Hound, Lady and the Tramp. Oh, wait, they're all pups. How cute. Love it. Little Mermaid and 101 Dalmatians. All right, they'll get their first shot at it next week. Category 5 got $1, $50, $75. Okay. I need to do another dollar or another word here. 5 down is Fox's name. I know his name is Fox. And if it isn't, oh well. I keep forgetting to look it up. All right. And then 75 cents we have for, I'm just getting so many markers going. Kevin here, 1, 2, and 3. 75 cents. And this one comes from Tor's Cash Corner. And it'll be hanging around. 6 is 1 and 2. $2. Okay, we're done with Mushu. We're done with this. So we could just do 50 cents here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And this comes from Toria's budgets. Just a little closer on that one. And then 7 got 50 cents, $1.25. Woo! Some of these, y'all, are going to be good savers. I don't know why I put myself in this situation. So we're going to do a carrot here for $1. And then we need a 25 cent. We'll do one of these little popsicles. And this set comes from What's Poppin' Sunshine. Little Zootopia for everybody. Super cute. All right, our last category this week is 1, 2, 75. Let's see, who do we have? 275. All right. So these are all 50 cents. So let's make sure I don't mess this up. All right, there's 50 cents. This is where our 25 is going to go with Mr. Flounder here. And y'all hear that ridiculously loud car there? Silliness. All right, and then Mr. Scuttle here is going to get 50 cents for each fork or thingamabob. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that's it. That finishes up. We do have this one buffer amount that I don't want to forget about, and it might just be easiest to grab one of these. Let's just give another thingamabob there for Scuttle. And this one comes from Divine Savings Co. This set. We are just rocking and rolling, but these are going to be good saves, y'all. Okay, we're done with our 15 for the week, and we did end up with 2 completed challenges. And now I have to impress y'all with the math. Okay, so this is $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a $12 set from Dramatic Panda. Thank you very much. $12. We'll pull that from our bank. 1 and 2, and then I bet you we have a 10 somewhere. 12. Okay, $12 going to debt. Get a little paper clip and we will ring that bell. All right. Okay, next from Spooky Budgets. I'm going to impress you with some math again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $11. This is an $11 set. We'll write it right here. $11. Let's pull that from our El Banco. $11. And we have 2 more completed challenges. Y'all, this has been a good video. Okay, this one's going away for the week. We are all done. We have $11 more going towards debt and back into the Save to Sync folder to hang out with its buddies. Ringing that bell. All right, and now 2 more going in, so they're not lonely anymore. They can hang out, they can party. And we will see them again at the end of May. All right, y'all, I've made a terrible mess of my desk. I am so tired and ready to go relax and edit videos. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. I thank each and every one of you for watching and for commenting and for all of your support. I would not be where I am without this community and without this process, and I'm grateful for it each and every day. I hope y'all enjoy the videos. Give me a like, a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you join our crazy little journey. We're going to be hitting some goals this year. Y'all, until I see you in the next one, you just hang in there, okay?